Food of the future. The production of making food of the future has already begun. It has been in production for 20 years. It began in 1994 and it is called GMOs. GMOs stand for genetically modified organisms, which have been genetically engineered by DNA of viruses, animals, and other plants. It cannot be condoned by nature or crossbreeding. The use of GMOs is more than 60% of the American diet in the United States. Therefore, it is necessary and needed to provide for the country. It helps prevent the use of pesticides, and it is better during rough weather conditions such as droughts. The use of GMO is really large in many nations. Together, the United States, Brazil, and Argentina grow 76.3% of the entire world's GM crops. Many crops are being genetically modified with GMOs. Soybeans and cotton are used the most with GMOs. Maize and canola are grown as well. The crops that use GMOs are widely used in many varieties, such as 98% of soy grown and 79.5% of corn grown goes into feeding animals and to fuel cars in the United States. Mr. Freeman defends the use of GMOs by stating farmers are splicing genes and manipulating seeds to create more robust plants. Genetic modification used to be called breeding, and people have been doing it for centuries. He defends it by saying GMOs are no different from crossbreeding and mentions that Thomas Jefferson did it as well. Freeman explains that for the future, GMO have the potential to eliminate human suffering. He uses the World Health Organization as a source to explain the more than 1 million kids die every year because of the lack of vitamin A in their diets. With the development of genetically modified food, this could prevent all of that. The EPA wants to regulate the use of certain bioengineered seeds because this includes the resistance to pests. GMOs can avoid the use of pesticides, and this will help farmers from having to do it. Having GMOs will lower the cost of food because with lots of it, there will be lots of it. There wouldn't be scarcity of food with the use of it. Farming normally ruins the arable land through soil erosion. This is what caused the Dust Bowl. The Dust Bowl was caused by plow-based farming. The loss of fertile topsoil was blown away in the winds, allowing the land vulnerable for drought. Unfortunately, it rained neither. GM crops can help prevent the soils from eroding by requiring less plowing and conserving soil moisture. GM can reduce the need to plow fields for preparing to plant, and the use of GM crops help reduce the use of fuel being used with the crops grown with the use of genetically modified foods are used for fuel of vehicles. This allows cleaner air and less pollution.